Good Monday morning to you folks. This weekend was amazing. Welcome to the Deep Fried Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jack Fry, and thanks for listening. Well, this weekend was packed full of some great sporting events. The Warriors, on Friday night, dispelled of the Rockets in Game 6 down in Houston 118-113 without Kevin Durant. The Blazers yesterday won Game 7 in Denver, 100-96. That game was amazing. Lillard was awesome, and McCollum just went crazy. But last night, the 76ers Raptors game up in Toronto was amazing, and we had this.
You got to be aware of the inbounder here if you're Philly. It's off the Leonard, defended by Simmons. Is this the dagger?
Amazing, folks. 4.2 seconds left on the clock. Jimmy Butler had just hit a layup to tie the game at 90. The Toronto Raptors inbound the ball to Kawhi Leonard. He catches it closer to the inbound line, brings it all the way around the three-point arc, goes all the way to the corner, and throws up a prayer. Well, it looked like a prayer. After the game in the press conference, Kawhi said that he's been practicing that shot for these specific situations. Wow, amazing. And it bounced on the rim, went straight up in the air, bounced again, went to the other side of the rim, went straight up in the air, bounced again, and fell in. The ball was up there for an eternity. It was crazy. It's like the shot was going in and going out and going in and going out, and then it was in. And the game was over. The time had run out. This was the first buzzer beater Game 7 shot ever in the history of Eastern Conference Finals. What? That's never happened before? I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it. And it was awesome. I feel bad for the Sixers. They came to play. It was an evenly fought game. Everybody put everything that they had out on the court. And the better team was Toronto. And the better player was Kawhi Leonard. Amazing. It makes me wonder sometimes if the ball bounces in for those kinds of guys who are just good guys, you know? If he was kind of an ass, maybe the ball would have bounced out. I don't know. The basketball gods were smiling on the Toronto Raptors last night. What a game. What a series. Man, the playoffs have been awesome. But let me get to this. Do the Warriors win Game 6 with Kevin Durant? Or even Game 5? Are the Warriors better without Kevin Durant? No. But do they play better without Kevin Durant? Yes. You saw the game. It was amazing. And did you notice that they move the ball, they play defense, and they're just a better overall flow team without Durant? Does everybody forget that this team is still the best? And when they got Kevin Durant, they were adding him to a championship caliber team? He's a luxury. It's nice to have a guy who can go off for 40 some odd points and save your ass. But they don't need him. And when he leaves this offseason, they're gonna be just fine. I was reading all kinds of tweets and all kinds of people were saying, uh-oh, it's over for the Warriors now. And these are Warriors fans saying that it's over because Durant was out. Are you people out of your mind? This is the Warriors. In this game, Curry had 33 points, and they were all in the second half. He had an offer in the first half, 0 points. Clay picked up the slack and scored 27, and Iguodala had a nice cool 17. And it seems like every time he scores, it's just in the right moment. The bench played really well. Livingston came out with a 11-point performance, and his points were very timely. They may be getting Boogie Cousins back for this next round, the Western Curry Finals. Yes, the Western Curry Finals. Did you know that Steph Curry's brother, Seth Curry, is on Portland? They'll be playing each other in the next round. Boy, that's going to be amazing. But back to this Houston series. Harden had 35 points. Chris Paul finally showed up and had 27 points. I mean, they tried. They tried real hard. Would they have won the game if Durant was there playing iso ball? Maybe. I just think the Warriors are awesome with or without him. It's not really that hard to understand. Congratulations to Houston for getting this far, but the Clippers gave the Warriors a harder struggle than you did. So we'll see what happens in the next round. I'm really excited for the Western Curry playoffs. In the Blazers game, Lillard only had 13 points, but he did have 10 rebounds and 8 assists from the guard position. The player of the game was CJ McCollum. He had 37 points and 9 rebounds. Their guards had 19 rebounds. For God's sake, what in the world was Denver doing on the post? You gotta box out and get your rebounds. One of the main ways you can lose a ball game is by not getting rebounds and securing them when the other team misses a shot. Come on, folks. Get it done. And McCollum had the best defensive play of the playoffs. On a breakaway, Murray had stolen the ball and was about to lay the ball in when, out of nowhere, from behind, McCollum jumped, and man, he's got some hops, and blocked the layup off the backboard. I think that might have been the play of the game. Jokic had 29 points, 13 rebounds, but only 2 assists. One of the best passing centers in the league didn't get any assists. I think maybe the Portland Trail Blazers figured out that if you just block his passing lanes and force him to shoot, then they can beat Denver. They played very valiantly to the end, but it just wasn't enough. And the next round is going to be incredible. I had Portland getting there, so I'm glad about that pick. Kawhi Leonard had 41 points in the Toronto Raptors 76ers games. He'll be faced up against the Bucks in the next round. And I think that's a better matchup than if the 76ers would have moved on. Kawhi had that 41 points on 16 of 39 shooting, less than 50%. But man, his game was Jordan-esque. The next highest player on his team was Serge Ibaka with 14 points. I mean, come on. Now, this brings up the question, will Kawhi Leonard stay in Toronto or will he go somewhere else? Well, Toronto can give him $50 million more than any other team in the league. They can give him the super max, and for a home team player, they can give him a lot more. But he's from LA, and the Clippers went 6 with the Warriors. Can you imagine them if they had Kawhi Leonard? That would be pretty good. Maybe they could have beat him. The playoffs have been intense, and I feel bad for the Sixers, and I feel bad for Denver, and I also feel bad for the Celtics. But I just don't feel bad for the Rockets. The Rockets are just a bunch of whiny little babies. Look, you got beat. You got beat bad. Was this their last chance to beat the Warriors and get through? Maybe. Paul is getting older. He's not going to be able to play another full season at high expectations. He's just not that good anymore. He did finally show up for Game 6, but that didn't get him anything. They lost. Western Curry Finals will be Steph Curry versus Seth Curry. The Warriors versus the Blazers. Warriors have home court, so they'll get 4 games at home, 3 games on the road. And the Eastern is set with the Bucks versus the Toronto Raptors. If the Bucks get through to the NBA Finals, they will have home court. They had a better regular season record than the Warriors. Raptors get through, I believe the Warriors have home court. I'd like to see Warriors-Bucks in the finals. That would be extremely entertaining. But the Warriors have to get through Portland first, and they're no joke. Of course, they're going to be tired. And Game 1 is Tuesday night. That should be incredible. Unfortunately, it's going to be so darn late that I won't even be able to watch it. My bedtime is kind of early these days. You know, with these early hours, getting up, 4 a.m., that's just the way it works in the world. I really appreciate you listening. Sharks beat the Blues 6-3. They're up 1-0 in that series. Bruins beat the Hurricanes 6-2. They're up 2-0 in that series. It's probably going to be Sharks-Bruins in the finals. That should be pretty good. East versus West. And this Thursday, it is the PGA Championship at Bethpage Black. Go Tiger! Yeah! Thanks for listening, folks. Music has been provided by Ben Sounds. You got some great sounds, Ben. Thank you. Goodbye.